Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
Hey, hello.
Hey, hi.
You jumped right in the beginning. You jumped in with the banter.
That's right,
I only got one word out.
We agreed that you were going to set it off, and then I interrupted your set off. So, bro, set it off.
I was saying hello to them, not to you.
Okay.
Hello, Brian.
Hi, Adam.
Hello, everybody else.
Hello.
You're here with the Chocolate Bros. I'm Adam.
I'm Brian.
I'm not wearing my hat today, and I'm just seeing that the light above me is shining off of this.
Absolutely.
This chrome dome.
And I appear to be wearing a dashiki of some sort.
You know what we need to start doing? Get a little blush and just put it on our dome.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
or get some actual shooting stuff. I mean, obviously this lighting is the worst.
We're in our office.
We're in our office. This is just like a fluorescent light. We should get
fluorescent.
like a light ring and do the whole reflector thing.
Yeah,
but we're not going to do it.
No, we're not going to. We're going to keep doing exactly what we're
poor
doing.
production values is part of our brand.
Yeah, it's efficient.
Yeah.
It's efficient. Yeah, so you're here with the Chocolate Bros. Adam, Brian. We're the owners of www.fortuneoutchocolate.com. That's the domain. The name of the company is Fortune Auto Chocolate. We own both. We own Fortune Auto Chocolate and the domain www.fortuneautochocolate.com. In addition to 2 retail stores about 9 miles east of Seattle. Give or take 15 to 20 minutes depending on traffic.
I think the problem was not that I jumped on you, but that I didn't jump on you comprehensively enough because this is a raggedy opening. My friend.
Let's keep it rolling.
Listen.
Now, if you're ever in the Seattle area, come check us out in person. We work in our retail shop Saturday mornings, owner shift. We'd love to meet you in person.
We would.
This is our review show.
I wear my chocolate-themed dashiki every Saturday.
I like a dashiki.
Yeah,
They
so
look
obviously I
comfortable.
do too.
And they wear pants underneath the dashiki, so it's like a long shirt.
That I won't do. I'm pantsless.
You're pantsless.
All day, every day.
Oh, like a kilt.
So when you come into the store, just be aware of that. Just know that that's happening.
That's actually a health code violation. We don't really do
No,
that.
I don't do that. I'm a food handler. Certified food handler.
Yeah, all right. So this is our review show. And on this show, we review other people's chocolate bars for 2 reasons. One, it's summer as we record this, and it's hard for us to ship chocolate to our online customers. So we're trying to help you maybe find other bars of chocolate that might be available in your hometown that are easily accessible if you can't make it to 9 miles east of the Seattle area to visit us in person.
True.
And we don't want to ship you chocolate until the fall because it might melt on the way. And the second thing is, we are just trying to see where our products stack up against other products that are out on the market. Brian?
Hi.
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 Ha.
Ha.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's everything he said is correct. I want to just specify one thing. The reason that we don't use thermal packaging in the summer, there's both environmental and business/cost reasons for that. You can look into it, but it's both environmentally destructive, very high carbon footprint. It doesn't always necessarily work, and it adds a huge amount of cost to the customer who's ordering, as well as a huge amount of process for us to go through.
And it might melt anyways.
And it
even
still might
after
melt
all that,
anyways,
it might melt anyways if you're shipping into really hot temperatures and if it's just going to sit on a truck for a long time.
So what we're doing is we're getting chocolate that you can find at the grocery store. I literally just went over to QFC, a Kroger branded grocery store that is widely available here in the Pacific Northwest where we are, and bought a bunch of chocolate bars. And today the one that we're going to review is Seattle Chocolate. Seattle Chocolate Company. This is a brand that is widely available in the Pacific Northwest. I suspect that it's probably also available in larger metropoli in other parts of the country. I'm not sure, but I know that we probably have some folks watching and listening who are here in the Northwest, and so there's no reason we can't cater to them a little bit.
And also maybe if you ever come to Seattle for vacation.
Yeah.
Although if you come to Seattle for vacation, come to Issaquah and visit Fortune
Yeah,
Chocolate.
come get our chocolate.
I actually,
also,
I actually have seen these like in Eastern Washington and all the way on, going into the border with Idaho. I've seen these. I've also seen them in the Portland area.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
They're
around.
Full disclosure, I've been to their factory. I have met the owner, I believe, once or twice, and I know somebody who also has a space in their factory and uses their factory to create a different line of chocolate. One of the bars that we reviewed at the very beginning of this, called J Coco,
Which was a great bar.
was a great bar. The J Coco bars are made in the Seattle Chocolate Company factory in near SeaTac Airport in South Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Just
in Tukwila.
And just because we are, local to this company, we're going to give it a straight up review. If it's great, we'll say it. If it's not great, we'll say it, but constructively and why. And hopefully we're going to find that it's fantastic.
Yeah, because we're a little bit nervous about having to review a bar that's made here locally.
We really don't want to
toes.
run into somebody who we may have offended. We're not trying to offend. What we're given is an honest critique, and we would hope someone would do the same if they were reviewing our
by
stuff,
the way,
which they do.
Yeah, feel free to review any of our products and put them online. We'll watch them, and if you pan us, we'll still be friends afterwards.
We'll still be friends afterwards. We might be angry friends.
Yeah, gotta love those angry friends.
The angry friendship is.
Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
I really am upset with you, but hey.
Hey, but I'm still your friend. All right, Brian, break down the packaging.
Seattle Chocolate. This is a crunchy peanut butter, dark chocolate truffle bar with peanut butter chocolate center. You can see that right there.
Okay, let me just say a couple things here.
Yes, go ahead.
We have several dark chocolate peanut butter products. We do. And one of them, which is our dark chocolate peanut butter, it's a nut butter, it's a dark chocolate nut butter, is one of my favorite products.
Yes.
I eat it at home pretty much
dark
every
chocolate
day.
peanut butter and dark chocolate almond
and we
butter.
also make peanut butter cups.
With
And
both milk and dark chocolate for the cup material.
and in our shop every Friday we make fresh peanut butter ganache truffles.
Right.
So I know my way around this particular kind of product, and so I do have high standards for this particular type of formulation.
The first thing that jumps out, there's kind of a lot going on in this front panel. Crunchy peanut butter, dark chocolate truffle bar with peanut butter chocolate center.
Okay.
So there's kind of a lot going on there.
I like the idea of a crunchy peanut butter truffle.
Yeah,
I like the way that sounds texturally.
And I prefer my peanut butter crunchy to creamy, so they kind of had me at that. On the back, we've got, so by the way, there's no percentage of chocolate laid out here. There's no origin laid out.
Dark
so
chocolate.
as we've discussed in previous reviews, that means we're probably looking at a sort of a base level chocolate, and then the inclusion is meant to be the star and create the uplifting factor.
Which means that the inclusion needs to be good.
That's right.
If the whole experience is going to work out.
On the back, I see a woman-owned, because Seattle Chocolate Company is owned by a woman. I cannot recall her name right now. We clearly didn't research this well enough, but I have met her once. 10% net profits donated to girls and women. I like the sound of that. I have a daughter who's 16.
Get her over here. Go get 10%.
Absolutely.
Bro.
I don't know. That's very vague.
But some must be organizations
if
that
they're thinking about
help out.
If they're thinking about helping young women, I'm all with that.
I'm all with that too.
Rainforest Alliance certified.
There you go.
So they're taking some care for the beans that they're buying. And there's an ethically sourced stamp, which appears to just be clip art. I'm not sure if that's an actual certifying. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But okay. So,
but all that being said, I would say my overall sense of everything that I've read here is that we've got a company who stands for something.
Yeah.
And is, they're not just doing a money grab. They're using their company as a vehicle to do other things that will make the world a better place. Which I'm all for that. We support that.
And on the inside, it says, here to brighten your day, this cheerful truffle bar is designed to inspire random acts of chocolate, either to keep for yourself or give to someone who brings light to your day. Most importantly, 10% of the net profits, not the gross, the net, from all Seattle chocolate products are donated to support girls and women. Learn more at seattlechocolate.com.
Okay.
All right. So they're doubling down on that, and I'm glad to hear it.
As a writer, published author, I don't want to brag, Brian.
Well, it's not bragging if you've done it.
Yeah,
Adam.
yeah. Anytime
you've done it.
Yeah.
Show your book. It's right there.
Okay, I'll show the book.
Yeah. The book is called what's it called?
Finding
Fortunato.
Yeah, there you go. It's mostly about Brian, but I wrote it.
So the subject matter is exquisite.
Somebody has to live the interesting life and story for the other guy to write about. So Brian lived it, I wrote it. I do take a little umbrage with the expression random acts of chocolate.
Random acts of chocolate.
I don't know exactly what it means. Are you just randomly giving people chocolate?
Well,
or
it's designed to inspire random acts of chocolate, either to keep for yourself or give to someone who brings light to your day. So by random acts of chocolate, she means eating it or giving it away.
Doesn't sound that random to me.
Seems like a fairly constrained range.
All right, but
acts.
I'm being snarky.
Yeah, stop snarking at it. We haven't even got to the bar
All right,
yet.
let's open her up here.
Okay,
so you just bought this at the store.
Now, by the way, I want to make a distinction. This has a thin foil liner, which we have frequently spoken ill of, but it is not the sealed, closed kind that you must rip.
Yeah, that's better.
It's a fold open.
I like that.
And it's also got a paper kind of lining.
That makes all the difference in the world.
Which means that you can take some chocolate out, take it out, and then you can re-wrap the bar and keep it fresh. So thank you, Seattle Chocolate Company.
I like that. That's nice.
I much prefer the fold-over metal-lined foil,
I like that
paper-lined foil than the purely foil tear apart.
Because you're probably not going to eat the whole bar in one sitting,
right.
And so you want to be able to store it easily.
Okay, so this you can see it's a thin mold, and you can see the include. This is a truffle bar. This is a filled bar, so it's a thin layer of chocolate.
It's a white chocolate.
Yeah. And it
truffle,
looks like there's a white, and so I didn't actually read the ingredients, but there's a white chocolate. Mm-hmm. The ingredients start, in fact, with white chocolate. The ingredients are white chocolate, which is sugar, cocoa butter, milk, and a little lecithin than vanilla. And then dark chocolate, which is also just cocoa mass, sugar, cocoa butter, a little lecithin and vanilla. Peanut butter, just roasted peanuts and salt, and peanuts, and more salt, and organic natural flavor. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
So what we've got is a white chocolate peanut filling around inside a dark chocolate shell.
The ingredients are reasonable.
I smell the peanut.
Mm-hmm.
The chocolate's kind of antiseptic. I'm not picking up much
I
of
don't smell much chocolate at all. I smell the peanut. I smell the sugar.
There's little chunks of actual peanut in it.
Yeah. I can taste the sea salt. Either one of us can set it off, Ryan.
Okay. I'll start.
Okay.
So a filled bar, a truffle bar, is gonna kind of there's often more filling than chocolate.
Yeah, and that's the case here.
And that's the case here. What you want is a harmonious blend between the chocolate and the filling. The filling, I'm picking up the peanut. Not like a really robust, like salty, roasty peanut flavor, but I can tell what they're going for is peanut. It's a little washed out. I would say that the filling, so up front, there's not much aroma. Up front, what you get is all the soft kind of, there's not a lot of texture to the filling. It seems to me that it's a peanut butter white chocolate sort of filling. I think the white chocolate is actually detracting from the peanutiness of the filling. It washes it out while adding essentially nothing. And I don't pick up any chocolate at first, but as I continued to eat it, the chocolate came into balance. I do think that there's a good balance, there's a good ratio between the chocolate and the peanut butter. The chocolate is basic. It's just, it seems...
The chocolate's a vehicle.
The chocolate's a vehicle for delivering
the chocolate's
filling.
not, yeah.
I think I like the way that I like the balance. I think the texture works pretty well. I like the thin mold. I like the packaging. Flavor wise, I feel like the filling could be really peanutty and really salty and really bring that home, but it doesn't because they mixed it with the white chocolate, which washes it out a little bit.
Yeah.
As the tail is going on, I'm getting a little more of the salt. I'm gonna call this a good effort, and there's a lot of good things going for it, but I wish that they hadn't washed out the peanut saltiness of the filling.
I would say, yeah. So the very first thing that I got, to me, the initial taste, and maybe it was just like a particular bite that I got, because I'm noticing here that if you look at the back of this bar, there's some splotches on it where there's not, the dark chocolate doesn't coat. And so I think my first bite was of one of those, and it tasted overly sweet.
Right.
Because I didn't have the dark chocolate kind of rounding it out.
Yeah.
As I continued to nibble, I got more of the peanut butter, and I got more of the full blend of all of the ingredients, and it became more pleasant over time.
Yeah.
So I just think there is some, and again, you can just see it here. There is some.
There's a molding issue in their factory.
There's some manufacturing flaw here, where certain bites, like these white chocolate bites, are overly sweet, and the sugar of this mixture on the inside isn't balanced off by the dark chocolate, and it's too sweet. But as I continue to eat through, I got more of the peanut butter flavors from the filling. Like you said,
they left some chunks of actual peanut butter in that filling, and that helps a lot. It gives it some texture, and it actually gives you a burst of actual peanutiness.
And I like the creamy inside. I mean, we make peanut butter cups, so it's along those lines. And we make, our ganache truffles have a shell. So I like the concept of a shell with a soft filling.
But do you agree with me that the milk fat and the cocoa butter that's in the filling are really working against the peanut saltiness of it? It makes it blander.
And I just almost want a little bit more chocolate here, just to give it a little more snap to go along with the filling.
I'd like less or no white chocolate in the center.
All right,
like
so I'm going to get
a little more dark chocolate and a little more peanut pizzazz.
Again,
in the center.
just texturally. I mean, like I said, when you get this bite, it's essentially all filling.
Yeah.
And I think a molded bar like this, like a truffle bar,
it's got to have
what's good about it is you get the snap from the chocolate, and then as you bite through it, you get the filling.
It's got to be a mix of shell and
So
filling.
I think there's a molding issue there, like you said.
There clearly is a molding issue.
With regards,
I wonder if their molding issue is the depositor that leaves that bottom layer, or if it's that when they're cooling them insufficiently, and when they take it out, a little bit of the bottom layer stays in the mold.
Yeah.
It might just be this one. It's possible.
Yeah, and then so with regards to the filling, I completely agree with your analysis. I don't know what the thought of doing the white chocolate. I don't know why the white chocolate contributes, because when this bar starts to get good is when the peanut butter flavor comes on strong.
Yeah.
That's like the payoff that you get.
I wish they had whatever the white chocolate components are. I wish they cut them quite a bit from the center, and I wish
brought
they
up the peanut butter.
And I wish they kept more of those little chunks of actual peanut.
Correct.
Because texturally and flavor explosion wise, those are what work.
The peanut bites are good, but
Yeah.
it almost seems to me like because of the thinness.
Well, and they said crunchy peanut butter,
and it's not crunchy. It's not crunchy all the way through.
They said crunchy peanut butter. I want this to be. I want this to have more of those little bits of peanut crunch and less of the kind of overly fatty white chocolate influence in the center. But I honestly, this bar's on the right line.
So it is on the right line.
It's in the right direction.
And if you're expecting, you come in, you're expecting to get peanut butter flavor.
If you want something that's peanut butter flavor, but with some of the fatty sweetness of white chocolate, this is more your bar.
Yeah,
if you really want peanut snap, this might not be.
And we kind of reached a conclusion on our own about making these peanut butter products, which is what you really want is the chocolate and the peanut butter. I mean, that's why you're buying a chocolate peanut butter bar.
Yes.
So to the extent that you dilute, from my own experience, from my own opinion, to the extent that you dilute that experience, I don't know what you're achieving. And then, like you said, the crunch is really good. So you wish it had a little bit more crunch, but it doesn't taste, especially as you get into it, it doesn't taste over the top sugary.
No.
It tastes good as you get into the truffle filling. The peanut, as you eat more of it, the peanut butter picks up.
In the bites where the chocolate is properly deposited around the filling,
and you get the crunch.
There's a pretty decent mix of shell to to interior,
and you can tell they're using real peanut butter.
Yeah, I think that honestly, the ingredients taste like they. I don't think they skimped on the ingredients.
I don't think so.
Where it says peanut butter chocolate center, it wasn't clear to me that was
That's
a
good
white
point.
chocolate
That's
center.
a very good point.
It would be. I think this would be quite a bit better if that peanut butter chocolate center was not white chocolate, but yet a milk chocolate.
Yeah.
If they had some cocoa solids in there to give it a little more body, and if they had a little bit more of the hard peanut crunchies, I think it would live up more to the crunchy and the chocolate center that they're calling out on the front of the label.
Yeah.
I think this is a
I think
solid
it's good.
effort.
It's solid.
I wouldn't reject it, but I think it could be improved.
And I think and I always think about this because I got my kids, I think about this in the context of, all right, I go to the grocery store, we're on vacation, we're going to the beach, something, we're just going to pick up a little treat to take with us.
Take a lot of beach vacations, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really, just hanging out at the beach, huh? Umbrella, bathing suit, rash guard.
Yep,
Nice.
just eating chocolate.
Just eating chocolate at the beach. Nothing says.
Switch it, we're going camping. All right, we're going camping.
Yes.
And I'm going to take a little chocolate treat with me to sit near the lake.
Intrepid campers.
Fishing.
Those Pearsons are intrepid campers.
I'm fishing. Boom. Set the rod down. Now I'm eating chocolate. Oh, it's biting. I set the bar down. Now I'm reeling.
That's right.
Now I'm reeling them in.
And plus, if you don't go camping and go fishing, how are you going to make all your trout and chocolate recipes?
Yeah.
You have a whole book
and that's
of
a whole
recipes.
different line.
Absolutely.
So I think if either of those scenarios, you're at the beach or you're camping, you get this bar, you pick it up, you're not going to be let down. You're not going to be let down. You'll be happy with it.
It's a beach and
tastes
camping
good.
bar.
It doesn't wash out your palate with sugar. Right. It tastes like what it's supposed to taste like.
Yeah.
It just isn't something that I just it's not
have
like
it
doesn't really knock your socks off, but it's good.
Yesterday we bit into a bar that I said immediately he went for it on the inclusion.
Yes, yeah.
I think this bar is well intentioned and well made, but lacking punch.
Lacking punch.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's the Seattle Chocolate Crunchy Peanut Butter Bar, a good bar to take on a camping trip or a beach vacation.
And in no other circumstances, just beach and camping. That's it.
Well, that's all I do anyway.
That's all you do.
This would work for me. So, if you run across it, we think it's pretty good. And especially if you can get a good price for it, it's probably worth checking out.
But the price was good.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah. So that makes it even a better value.
There you go.
Brian, anything you want to say before we sign off?
Thank you very much for listening. We appreciate it. FortunatoChocolate.com. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, send us a message, do whatever it is on the interwebs. Go
reeling them in.
Go fishing. Make a trout and chocolate recipe. Thank you very much.
Hey, this is how you can tell I don't fish very much.
Because
this is my impression.
Are you playing the bass there? Is that what's going on?
No, I'm reeling in a fish.
Oh.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.